Okay, so in this one, I'm going to create a HTML form. You know about HTML form, you use it now.
HTML form. No, I've not gotten there.
Okay, so it's just simple tag like this. So this is what this HTML form is. So within this HTML form, I'm going to create input. So you have several inputs. So these are inputs have been created.
Yeah.
So slash inputs. So I'm going to say that this input should be type. So you have type to be test.
Okay.
So this type should be test.
Okay.
Then, okay, type should be test. Let's say username is our input name. So
Okay.
this one is the username.
Okay.
So I'm going to create another one for password.
For password too, okay.
Password. So the type here should be password. So you see what you get. You know about BR now? BR.
Because I've not gotten there.
BR is just a line breaker. So it's going to make your code to start from a new line.
Okay.
So it's just a line breaker.
Okay.
So then I'm not going to come back to this because I have already added another page. Now I want to return this page. So like, you know the syntax now. So you have to do app.root like login. Like if you visit login,
Okay. What are you going to show?
then you should then return the login page, which is return render.
Def login.
Yeah, just login. That particular HTML file I created. You understand that?
Okay.
So I'm going to return login.
Login.html.
.html.
Okay.
So let's try it. If this work. So instead of this, I'm going to
Slash login.
Slash login.
Okay.
Login. So you have this. So that username and password, that is what I've created. You know, I use a line breaker so to make it show on a new line. So this is what the test. This is going to accept test. That is why I say that type equal to test. And this is password. This password looks like anything you press is going to be hidden.
Hidden. Yeah. Okay.
So you can try to look at the HTML code again. So this is how the HTML code looks like. So we have username, then the input type. So I have said that I want the type should be test. Why in this one I want the type to be the password. So a password test is going to be hidden.
Okay.
Then there should be a line breaker here. So from here, if you start from a new line. So I still have another thing I have to add, which is the submit. Look, let me break this line. So we are going to add a submit button. So input, okay, that is still an input. So it's submit.
Okay.
And the value, this one have a value keyword. But all of them also have a value keyword. The value should be the value should be login.
Okay, login. Okay.
So let's try to refresh our page. So you have this. So you can try to make a space between this. Let's create a line breaker between these two again. So to have so I can be well separated.
Okay.
bl/bl/bl. So that is going to break a line.
Okay.
So you have something. This looks much more nice than the previous one. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So we can then say that once user press this username, like let me say my username is laptop and my password is laptop 4ish. Then I click on login. So I want it to display the dashboard.
Okay.
So I want it to get me to the dashboard. So that is what I have to do now.
Okay.
So but for me to do that, I have to create a callback, additional callback, like in our code. Okay, yeah, this is our code. So I want it to, okay, let me go back to our HTML. So I have to include this action.
Okay.
So in this form, we have to include an action. So our action will always look like this. I think you have to say URL underscore. Wait, let me look at the syntax. Okay, URL like we are trying to look for URL underscore look for, like underscore 4.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll put this double equal to
Okay, sir.
because that's how we pass our variables. So then within this place, you now say that URL underscore 4. So what we are looking for is I'm just saying that once a user click on submit, so this action is just like when there's a click on submit, this is what you should do. Is that okay? Like this is what you should do once you click on submit.
Okay.
Do you understand that? This is what you should do once you click on submit. That is what the meaning. So let's try to create another function like go to, let's just say that do something like dashboard. So I'm going to get to dashboard. Do you understand that? So go to dashboard. Do you understand that? Like once user click on submit, then go to dashboard.
Okay, meaning that if this person puts password correctly,
yes,
the person to dashboard.
Yes, once you click on login.
Okay. I'm making the page better.
Yeah, the submit, no, the name of the submit is login.
Okay.
So like once you click on login, then go to dashboard. So that's what it means. Do you understand that? So once I click on this, it's going to go to dashboard. You can see. Once I click on this, it's going to go to dashboard. So that is what it means. Do you understand that?
Okay, sir.
You can look at
yes, I do, sir.
You can look at, let's look at syntax again. So we have to create a submit. So then this action is what we are going to give into, like once you do this, then go to dashboard. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do one more last week. Let's do one more last week. So
okay, sir.
We have two types of method. Most times they are always method. You can always include your method. So in relating to server, we have the post method and the get method. Now I want to use the post method. So you can also use the get method. So the get method is always used like once you are trying to pull out something from your server. Hello?
Hello, sir. Yes, I can hear you, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, sir.
So in get method is like you want to request something from our server. Why post
Okay.
method is we want to post something to our server.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can use the get method and the post method.
Put.
Yes,
Yeah.
you also have the put method, yes.
Okay.
So like I'm going to say that I have to get something from the server, then you have to also sometimes include this particular action, which is enc type. So you can also you must also add this thing, which is if you want to go through form, then you know the meaning of all these things very well. So you say that multi part. Are you there? So you say that multi-part, something like this. So you have this syntax. You can leave the syntax like this.
Okay.
So let's go back to our code.
Okay.
Where's our code? Okay. So yeah, I'm going to include a method. I'm going to say that I can use several methods within this file.
Okay, sir.
Then I'm going to say that methods.
Okay.
Like I can use the get method. Then I can use the post method. So you can include it within your root. So like when we are trying to root, you can use this put method.
Okay.
So that is the meaning of that.
Okay.
So these two methods that I've done, so yeah, instead of doing this, I want to be able to extract what the user input. Do you understand
Okay.
that? Like
Okay.
if the user input usernames, you can see that here I have a username, static username, and a static password. So but I want to get the user the user name of the user. Do
Okay.
you understand that? Because I'm using post function, I can see that if request, okay, we have to import requests.
Okay.
Don't worry, all these things we are still going to be doing it most of the time. So
Okay.
even though you don't get it now, we are still going to be doing it most of the time. So, so if request dot method, you can see that I've included request as part of my imported functions.
Okay.
So if request dot method equal to post, if it is a post request, definitely it will be a post request because I'm trying to have
Put
yes those data. I want to get those data and put it into the server. So if it's a post request, then I want to get my username.
Okay.
Or let me say user equal to request.form. So request.form is going to extract some request name from the form. So I want to extract these two things and let me call this one pass. Okay, let's say past PS or PSW as my password variable. Request dot form. So now, how do you now access those things that we've added? So let's go back to our HTML page. So yeah, I'm going to include a name variable. I'm going to call this one to be my username. Let me say my username. So I'm going to get this one to be name of this one to be my password.
Okay.
So in our code, so I'm going to now get, because this is what it means that if request.post, like if I'm trying to post something on the server, then these are the information I will need. I will need to extract the username. I want to extract the username, which is my username. So
Okay.
request.form is going to access all those files within all those names within the form, the keyword
Okay.
within the form. And one of the keyword is the username of the user. And this one, we have my password. So these are the two variables I want to get. Then I want to now post it. So if you look at it again, look at this. These are the name. I want to get this and I want to get this. And it's where it's within the form. So that is why I say that request.form.
Okay.
That get this username and get the password. So let's now go back to the code. So this username now, I want to use it. I want to save this. I want to make this username to be user instead. And this one to be password. Like the username on the dashboard template, that username variable, we added the username variable that we set to be static. So I want the username of the user login should be collected and be on that dashboard. So that is what I mean. So let's now go back. Let's try to test if it actually works. Then I will explain better.
Okay.
So this is what I'm trying to achieve. Let me try to reload this. I think, okay, I think we have an error. Okay, it should be fine now. It should be fine now. So if I try to put anything here, let me say laptop. So I want this one should appear on my dashboard. Why even while trying to log in?
Okay.
Laptop 5. Okay, I think there is a bad request.
Okay.
Bad request. So here we have my password. No equal to. So let's try it again. Hello?
Hello, sir. I'm here, sir.
Okay, let's try it again. Let's say laptop 4H. We still have the same error. We have here to be my password. Let me go to my password and let's go to the okay. So and also this one should be, it's also my password. So what is wrong?
This password, is it not becoming the word PSW? Does that matter? No, this one on the other.
Okay, you mean on that second one?
On the second page. Yes.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, let's just try to reload everything and see if there's, and if it persists. I'm going to try to see some other reason why it's doing like that. So let's reload it. Laptop 4-ish. So this is what I want to do. You can see it's working now.
Okay.
So this is what let me try to explain this once again. You can see this is what we want to achieve, like a user typing his password.
Okay.
So most times you have your HTML page well designed, and this, like all this CSS will be added, logo of the site will be added, a lot of other things will come in. But as a backend developer, what you are just concerned with, because in production system, we have the front end developer that is only concerned with the logos, the design, the ones also we should call UX designer that will focus on US and user experience designer, and that will focus on, okay, it's UI UX that will focus on user experience, how your user is going to feel on the website.
Okay.
But you as a back-end developer, what you are just concerned about is the parameters that is needed to be pulled out from the database, and that is needed to be placed on a particular part in the dashboard. Although you can be everything, you can be the UX, you can be the designer, but it takes so much time
to be everything. Okay.
to do everything. So in this class, what we focus much more is the back end, like pulling things from internet into the database, placing it in the right place. So this is an example. We try to create a user name and password. So let's say this password is Flask. Are you there? So once the user log in, hello.
Yes, sir.
So once the user log in, so what we are trying to do is to pick that particular username and password and place it in a variable. So let's start by looking at our dashboard app HTML. So this is our dashboard HTML. We have this one and this one. Do you understand that? So you can try to separate this one with BR, a line breaker.
Okay.
So it's going to be placed line by line. So this username is an HTML tag. Like it's going to display just like a text on an HTML page. But this username parameter is what is going to be passed in. That Python is going to pass in. And this password parameter is what is going to be passed in. Do you understand that? So let's now go back to our Python.
Yes, sir.
So in Python, we have this return dashboard, user equal to user, password equals to password. This user variable and PSW, this user and PSW is what is collected from the login. You can see we collect this one from the login. If request.method equals to post, then collect the user, then collect the PSW. You understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand that?
I do, sir.
Okay, so once you collect the user and the PSW, you can see that we collect this one by trying to access the name of each of this form. So like the user name, if you look at the login.html, is it login.html now? I think it is, yeah, login.html. So this is the login.html. So we try to access these two names, my name, my username, and my password. So by trying to access this, we can get the information what the user input on this particular page, username, and what the user input for password. So we can get these two, then this two is going to be set here.
Okay.
Do you understand the process?
Yes, I understand, sir.
Do you have any question in this Flask process?
No, so at this point, I don't have any question yet.
Okay, so your assignment should be to try to complete the HTML page.
Okay.
So if you have done that, you have completed the stuff. So this particular stuff that I've done, you just have to replicate it. Just make sure you do your own like this.
Okay, just same thing. Okay.
But I won't send you all this file. So which means that I want you to watch the video to understand
Yeah, yeah,
everything
I'll
we've
do
done.
from the video.
Then
Yeah, yeah, no.
just do the same thing that I did. This
Okay,
particular process, like we have this is everything. This is summary of what you've done.
dashboard and everything. Okay, sir.
So we have this one. So we
Okay,
have
sir.
this one /about.
What's about slash dashboard and
So we
login?
have /login. Then in this /login, if this one someone inputs something like Mike, let's say shakes, then